Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I am going to talk about my first presentation, which is about critical literary review. So for my topic, it's about implementation of graduate certificate verification by using by using model model cloud computing. So for these outlines, it starts with the literary review tables, mind mapping, and literary reviews. Firstly, what do we mean by cloud computing? Cloud computing is a paradigm shifted that provides computing over the internet. It also provides security and privacy so that organizations can simply connect to the cloud and use the available resources. For that reason, cloud computing it could help to eliminate the dependency of the desktop. For my literary review table, as you can see here, this is the first article, and it starts with the author and ends up with review. For the mind mapping of literary review, as it shows here, the problem of fake certificates has current document authentication mechanism. This current document authentication mechanism has two elements, which are QR code and barcode. And limitation of paper and digital certificate has two elements, which are paper and digital. Requirements of certificate verification has three elements. It starts with issuing, sharing, while for cloud computing technology, it depends on two elements, which are signature and log. For the background of the study, document verification is a process of ensuring that documents received from holder are genuine and that the holder is rightful owner. A university is an example of an organization that creates so many documents for its students. It issues a certificate and academic transcript for each of its graduates. In this study, cloud computing will be utilized to enhance the documents verification mechanism of graduation certificate, focusing on the information available on the certificate like logo and signature. For the problem statement of this research is that the verification of certificates is costly and time consuming using the traditional methods, in which organization or company, if they want to verify, they need to call the issuing institution and to check and make sure whether this certificate is correct and the information is real, so that this research will model a cloud-based model for graduation certificate verification on logo and signature. The problem of fake certificates, according to OECD, academic certificates are highly estimated as they serve and as they serve as an indicator of human capital of their peers. Human capital refers to the skills, competence, knowledge, and achieved through education. Academic qualifications are particularly important in employment situations as they serve as a guarantee of not just the knowledge, expertise, and skills of the holders, but also their ability, reliability, and detection. So, for the limitation of paper and digital certificates, we have here two types of certificates, which are paper and digital certificates. There are several vulnerabilities associated with paper and digital certifications, which make it easy for frustrated to falsify them. These limitations are discussed as follows. The first one is limitation of paper certificates. Paper certificates are the most commonly issued format for academic credential and considered to be secure as they are. First, difficult to forget due to inbuilt security features such as institutional paper quality, seals, stamp, and watermarks. The second point is held and controlled by the receiving. The third one is able to be stored safely for long period of time. And lastly comes easily presented anywhere by the recipient for any purpose. The second type of certificates, which are digital certificates, here it talks about the limitation of digital certificates. Digital certificates have several advantages over paper certificates. The first one is that there are fewer resources required to issue, maintain them, automated maintaining them. The second advantage is that automated process of checking with registries without human intervention. The last one is automatic process of collation, verification, summarizing, standardizing for use by the third party user. For the requirements of a certification verification, this part examines the requirements of a certification system. According to the Scotch 2017, certificate certification is the process of various parties verifying that a state's set of facts are true. Certification involves the three elements, which are issuing, sharing, and verification. The first element, which is issuing, is the process of recording on a certificate that claim details about the issuer and the recipient and the evidence. The second element, which is sharing is a process by which the recipient of the certifications makes the certificate available to the third party through direct transfer, authorized transfer, or through publishing in public registry for the access to anyone who may wish to consult it. For the verification is the process of verifying the document, which is to make sure whether this certificate is correct or not, and the information in it is real or not real. While for current document authentication mechanism, this part shows two types or two types of authentication mechanism. The first one is authentication mechanism using QR codes. The second one is about document authentication using barcodes. In fact, There are several documents authentication mechanism being used today. These are discussed in this section. And performance views AVs. This is mechanism. Requirements of the authentication mechanism examined. So for the first mechanism, which is document authentication using QR codes, it's a quick response code have been used in many experiments related to document verification. QR codes compress block modules contained in a square grid against a white background as indicated in figure. As this diagram shows, this is the QR codes. Furthermore, we have here the second mechanism, which are document authentication using barcodes. Klein and Cross developed a 2D barcode in the form of cryptographical signed digital seal that was printed on a paper. Document that could be used to verify its authenticity. Their solution was to create a presentable image hash of face of picture of the face of the recipient, meaning that the face of the recipient should be appeared on the barcodes, so that the certificate which was then stored within the cryptographical signed barcode. As this diagram shows that here is the barcodes. So it has the digital copy of the document layout. It also shows the issuer information. Issuer means that the organization, university, or the workplace. Lastly, it involves the digital signature of the issuer. The digital signature to make sure from where this certificate issued. Also, as you can see here, this graph illustrates that the handheld scanning device displays the digital content embedded in the authenticated the 2D barcode. That's all for my presentation. Thank you so much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.